Welcome to Dollar Side Hustle, your go-to podcast for all things side hustle.
That's right.
Today, we're diving into the world of makeup artistry,
Okay.
specifically how to turn your love for brushes and palettes into a profitable side gig.
Awesome.
So you might already be skilled with makeup, have that artistic flair, or maybe you're just looking for a creative outlet that can bring in some extra cash.
Yeah. And we've got a treasure trove of advice from real-life makeup artists who've shared their experiences and tips. Think of it as your backstage pass to the makeup industry.
So first things first, everyone wants to know, can you actually make decent money doing makeup on the side?
Well, one makeup artist shared that they were making over $1,000 a month just from bridal makeup during peak seasons.
Really?
That's just one niche, too.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So weddings are definitely a lucrative area to tap into, but I imagine there are slower months too.
Absolutely.
Now,
Seasonality is a big factor. You might need to hustle hard during wedding season and then supplement your income during the slower months, like December to February.
okay, that makes sense. So it's all about strategizing and maybe having a backup plan for those slower periods. But something tells me rates can also vary wildly, depending on a bunch of factors.
Yeah, location is a huge one. A makeup artist in a place like New York City could easily charge $200 or more for a single face of makeup, just for a starting point.
Wow. So big cities definitely offer the potential to earn more.
Right.
And that's just the base rate though, right?
Right.
What about extras like lashes or airbrushing?
Exactly. Those add-ons can really boost your earnings.
Yeah.
And don't forget about travel time and the cost of your kit. That's why having a detailed price list is essential, especially as you gain experience and build your reputation.
This is all great information, but I'm curious, how does a complete beginner even start building a clientele?
Mm-hmm.
Where do those first few bookings come from?
It all starts with tapping into your existing network. Friends, family, even people you work with can be your first clients and help spread the word.
Right.
Word of mouth is huge.
That's a good point.
Ugh.
Leveraging those connections can really help you get your foot in the door.
For sure.
So what about reaching out to local businesses?
That's a great idea. Think photographers, student film groups, even local theater productions. They often need makeup artists, and it's a fantastic way to gain experience and build your portfolio.
That's a great idea. I read about one makeup artist who booked fall wedding trials during the slower summer months and vice versa. That way she had a steady stream of income all year round. Pretty clever, huh?
That's incredibly smart. It's all about thinking outside the box and finding creative ways to fill those gaps in your schedule. It's also a great way to build relationships with potential brides for the future.
Speaking of gaining experience, what about working at a makeup counter? Like at Sephora or MS?
That's a classic for a reason. It's like makeup boot camp. You get hands-on experience working with different skin tones and face shapes, learn about a wide range of products.
And probably get some awesome discounts too, which is a huge plus when you're building your kit.
Yeah.
Those products can get expensive. Speaking of which, what are some absolute must-haves for any aspiring makeup artist? What do you absolutely need to have in your kit?
Well, sanitation is non-negotiable. You're working with people's faces, so hygiene is crucial. That means having 76% isopropyl alcohol on hand to sanitize everything. Brushes, palettes, even eyelash curlers and hair clips.
Wow, I never thought about sanitizing hair clips,
It's important.
but it makes total sense. You want to make sure everything is clean and safe for your clients. What about the makeup itself?
You'll need a variety of brushes, of course, and a good cream foundation palette that offers a range of shades for versatility. You might be surprised to learn that a lot of makeup artists also emphasize having a high-quality steamer in their kit
Really?
for clothes, not just makeup.
Why is that?
Turns out wrinkled bridesmaid dresses are a common on-site crisis. Being able to solve that problem quickly can make you a lifesaver and help you stand out as a true professional.
That's such a smart tip.
Yeah.
It's like having a secret weapon in your kit.
Hmm.
And speaking of kits, I read about one makeup artist who recommended photographing and itemizing everything in your kit just in case of theft.
That's a brilliant idea. It's like having an insurance policy for your tools, especially when you're working on location or with models. Makeup kits can be a big investment, so it's important to protect them.
All right, so we've covered earning potential, building a clientele, and some essential tools of the trade. But there's another aspect to being a successful makeup artist that goes beyond the makeup itself.
You mean professionalism?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about your artistry. It's about how you conduct yourself as a business person. How do you maintain that professionalism, especially when you're just starting out as a side hustler?
Setting clear boundaries from the get-go is crucial. You need to establish expectations with clients and manage their expectations, and sometimes even their behavior.
Right. One makeup artist shared a story about having to fend off grabby hands reaching for her setting spray during a gig.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it can happen.
It's funny now, but that highlights the importance of clear communication and setting those boundaries. You need to command respect and create a safe and comfortable environment for yourself and your clients.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about building an online presence? How important is that for makeup artists?
It's non-negotiable these days. You need a strong online presence to showcase your work, connect with potential clients, and build your brand.
So things like Google Business for reviews, a website with a portfolio, and of course Instagram are all essential.
Exactly. Instagram is especially great for makeup artists because it's such a visual platform. You can really showcase your artistry and style, and it's a fantastic way to connect with other makeup artists and potential clients.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
Yeah,
We've learned that makeup artistry can be a lucrative side hustle,
for sure.
but it requires a strategic approach to building a clientele, honing your skills, and presenting yourself as a professional.
Yeah, and don't forget those essential tools. And don't be afraid to add a clothing steamer to your kit.
We'll be back to delve even deeper into this fascinating world, so stay tuned.
Want to start a side hustle but feeling stuck on the tech part? You're not alone. Many first-time website owners feel the same. That's where Bluehost comes in. As the top-rated web host, they make things super simple with an easy setup, plenty of features, and budget-friendly plans to help you launch your website fast. Plus, their 24/7 expert support has your back anytime you need help. Head to dollarsidehustle.com/Bluehost now and grab a whopping 88% discount.
Tired of the 9-to-5 grind? Check out this new $1,000 per day done-for-you website that generates automated income straight from your phone. It's simple to set up, takes just 15 minutes, and runs 24/7, earning for you while you relax. No experience needed, and it's available worldwide. Ready to start? Visit dollarsidehustle.com/cellphone income today.
Welcome back. In part one, we really laid the groundwork for launching a makeup artistry side hustle. But now let's get into the nitty-gritty. What's it actually like to be a makeup artist day in and day out?
Right. Knowing the realities, the good and the bad, can help you decide if it's truly a good fit for you.
Exactly. So let's start with the good stuff. What do makeup artists find most satisfying about their work?
One thing that came up a lot was the joy of seeing clients' reactions. You're not just applying makeup, you're boosting their confidence and helping them feel amazing.
I bet that's such a rewarding feeling to see that transformation and know you're a part of it.
Absolutely. It's like an instant mood booster for everyone involved. And it's not just about special occasions either. It's about empowering people to feel good in their own skin every day.
Okay, but let's be real. No job is without its challenges. What are some of the biggest hurdles that makeup artists face?
One thing that surprised me was how much self-promotion came up as a challenge.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that as a top concern either.
Yeah.
But it makes sense when you think about it.
As a makeup artist, especially as a freelancer, you're your own brand.
Hmm.
You have to get comfortable putting yourself out there, networking and marketing your services.
One makeup artist mentioned that sometimes you have to do unconventional things to get your name out there, like talking to complete strangers or going to events where, your ideal clients will be.
That takes guts. Stepping outside your comfort zone is definitely part of the entrepreneurial journey, but those efforts can lead to amazing opportunities.
Besides self-promotion, what else can be a struggle for makeup artists?
Maintaining a healthy work-life balance can be tricky, especially in a field that often involves working evenings and weekends.
That's true, especially when you have a regular 9-to-5 job on top of your side hustle.
Exactly. It's all about setting those boundaries we talked about earlier and prioritizing self-care. A lot of makeup artists mention struggling with saying no to opportunities, especially when they're first starting out.
That's so relatable. You don't want to miss out on any chance to build your business, but you also need to protect your time and energy.
Right. It's about finding that sweet spot, being selective, and choosing gigs that align with your goals and schedule. Speaking of gigs, I'm curious about the work environment itself. Is the makeup world more collaborative or competitive?
It sounds like it could be a bit of both, depending on where you are and what area of makeup artistry you're focused on.
For example, one makeup artist mentioned that in a big city like New York City, where there are tons of talented makeup artists, competition can be fierce.
Especially when it comes to pricing, right?
Exactly. When there are so many artists vying for the same clients, it can create pressure to lower your rates to stay competitive. But on the flip side, in areas with fewer makeup artists, there's often a stronger sense of community and collaboration.
I love that. So it can actually be beneficial to be located outside a major city.
Potentially, yes. It sounds like in those situations, makeup artists support each other, share referrals, and even team up on bigger projects.
Okay, so we've talked about the pros and cons, the highs and lows of being a makeup artist. But before we wrap up part 2, let's talk about how to actually make money doing this. What are the common ways makeup artists bring in the cash?
Well, besides traditional freelance work where you're hired for individual clients and events, there are quite a few other options.
Okay, like what?
Well, we've talked about working at a makeup counter. It's a great way to gain experience and build your kit, but it can also be a steady source of income.
Especially if you're looking for a part-time gig with a reliable paycheck, and you get the bonus of working with a recognized brand, which can definitely boost your credibility.
Another path that some makeup artists take is collaborating with photographers. Makeup and photography go hand in hand after all.
You could do photo shoots, headshots, even portfolio work for aspiring models.
And those kinds of collaborations often lead to referrals and repeat business. It's all about building those relationships and showcasing your skills in a professional setting.
Of course, we have to mention bridal makeup. It's such a popular niche.
Weddings are big business, and brides are often willing to invest in looking their absolute best for their big day. Plus, you often get to work with multiple people like the bridesmaids and mothers of the bride and groom.
So the earning potential can be pretty high, especially during peak wedding season. It's interesting, though, a lot of makeup artists don't just stick to one revenue stream.
That makes sense. It's smart to diversify your income and maximize your earning potential.
One makeup artist mentioned that she focuses on bridal makeup during wedding season, but then shifts gears to studio work and regular clients during the slower months.
That's a great way to stay busy year-round and avoid those dry spells. So what does this all mean for aspiring makeup artists?
It seems like there are tons of ways to monetize your skills and build a successful side hustle.
Absolutely. But as we've discussed, it takes hard work, dedication, and a willingness to hustle and put yourself out there.
We'll be back in part 3 to wrap up this deep dive, so stick around.
Struggling to make money online? Most businesses fail because they're missing one key piece of the puzzle. This new system can help you earn up to $3,493 with no selling. And it all starts with a free webinar happening in just a few hours. Here's what you'll learn: the exact system that's generated over $23 million online and how to use it yourself, the 3 biggest reasons online businesses fail, how to activate 3 profit levers to start making real money. Don't miss this chance. Visit dollarsidehustle.com/no selling to get started today. Stuck in a dead-end job and need a way to make extra cash? Businesses everywhere need help with their online presence, and you can earn $20 to $50 an hour writing social media posts, emails, and more. No experience? No problem. We'll match you with available jobs so you can start earning fast. Ready to kick off your online writing side hustle? Visit dollarsidehustle.com/writing jobs and get started today.
Welcome back to Dollar Side Hustle. We've been breaking down the world of makeup artistry as a side hustle, and so far, it seems like a lot of fun, but definitely a lot of work too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It takes passion and dedication to make it work.
For sure. In these last 2 parts, we've covered a ton of ground, everything from earning potential to building a clientele, handling tricky situations, and finding different ways to make money.
Right. We've really explored the nuts and bolts of building this kind of business.
Exactly. But before we wrap things up and send you off to create your own makeup magic, I want to share some final words of wisdom from experienced makeup artists.
Yeah.
After all, who better to give advice than those who've been there and done that?
Couldn't agree more. What gems did you uncover?
Well, one thing that came up over and over again was the importance of continuous learning.
That makes sense. The beauty industry is constantly changing with new trends and techniques popping up all the time. You got to stay on top of your game.
Absolutely. If you want to keep your skills sharp and attract new clients, you have to embrace lifelong learning.
There are so many ways to do that too. Take workshops, attend master classes, follow industry experts, online experiment with new products. It's about staying curious and pushing yourself creatively.
And don't be afraid to invest in your education either. Whether it's formal training or specialized workshops, that knowledge can really pay off in the long run.
It's like any other skill. The more you practice and learn, the better you become.
Another crucial piece of advice that resonated with me was to be your own biggest advocate.
Especially when you're starting out and might be facing rejection or self-doubt, you have to believe in yourself and your talent.
One makeup artist put it perfectly. You are awesome. Don't let anyone make you feel unimportant or small. It's like a mantra for every aspiring makeup artist.
It really? Yeah, don't let the fear of messing up hold you back. Embrace those missteps as opportunities to learn and refine your skills. Even the most successful makeup artists have had their share of blunders.
It's all about how you bounce back and keep moving forward. Now, I know you mentioned earlier that finding a niche was important, but one artist said, find your niche, but be willing to do other things. What did they mean by that?
That's such great advice. It's about specializing, but staying versatile. Like you might absolutely love doing bridal makeup, but that doesn't mean you should only do weddings. Explore other areas like studio work, special effects makeup, or even teaching.
Right. Having multiple skill sets not only expands your earning potential, but it also keeps your work fresh and exciting.
Yeah,
Plus, you never know what amazing opportunities might come your way when you're open to new experiences.
that's so true. Sometimes the best gigs come from unexpected places.
So to recap, be a lifelong learner, champion yourself in your work, don't sweat the mistakes, and stay open to new possibilities. Those are some pretty solid nuggets of wisdom from the pros.
For sure.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. We've learned so much from experienced makeup artists who are already out there killing it.
Yeah, it's clear that makeup artistry can be a super rewarding side hustle, both creatively and financially.
But it's also demanding. It takes serious hustle dedication and a genuine passion for makeup.
Absolutely. So if you're ready to embrace the challenge and dive into this world, we say go for it.
And remember, Dollar Side Hustle is here to support you every step of the way with tons of resources and inspiration to help you make your side hustle dreams a reality. Now, if you're looking for other side hustle ideas to explore, be sure to check out the affiliate links in the description below. Those commissions help keep this channel running and allow us to keep bringing you awesome content. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Dollar Side Hustle for more tips and inspiration on how to make extra cash doing what you love.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy hustling. I'm happy hustling. I'm happy.